Jussie Smollett when talking about white supremacy when people like Dylan Roof exist?
I don't know who that is.
The Charleston shooter who shot up a black church in Charleston, South Carolina.
Well, look, Jussie Smollett is a made-up case of white supremacy. I mean, that's the real answer to this question. If you think about what happened in Waukesha or in other cases, there's a selective disclosure of the number of cases that the mainstream media frets about versus, you want to think about how many, if people really gave a damn about black lives in this country, they would be talking about the number of black deaths in places like the inner city of Chicago or elsewhere. But somehow people in this country don't care about black-on-black crime. They only look with magnifying lens after the one case that allows them to prove a political point. So, yes, I actually do care about protecting the lives of Americans. And if so, we would be supporting policies rather than clearing the jails and defunding the police. We would actually be standing for what lifts up all Americans, allowing police officers to do their jobs without fear of being sued for looking over their shoulders and doing the wrong thing. Nobody seems to care about that or simply more interested in making a political point or a stunt out of the one instance. If you go to the federal law enforcement tables of black on black, black on Asian, Asian on black, white on black crime, it doesn't tell a story of systemic racism at all. It tells a story of violent crime going up for all races in this country. How about we actually address that? And for places I've traveled, including from the inner cities of this country, I think that's what many of the victims who are suffering actually care about. People who are cloistered in some sort of East Coast coffee shop or whatever that want to feel better about themselves to fill their own vacuum of purpose in their own lives might feel better about chanting BLM or some other slogan. But I don't think that that's actually doing much to advance American lives or black lives in this country. And I reject that mythology. And the way in which the mainstream media actually took over that case of Jussie Smollett, or whatever the respectfully pronunciation of the actor's name would be, versus the tens of deaths in that same city of actual black men and women who are shot every day, was such a disparate understanding that the actual biggest story of supposed white supremacy in a long time was itself a contrived case of a hoax. The media has to contend with that. Yet another case in which the media didn't be able to look its own audience in the eye and apologize for their own failures. So yes, I think that there's some accountability due in the media that's created a mythology that's different from the actual facts.